Hello guys, welcome back to channel. Today in this video we will solve 25 multiple choice questions in organic chemistry. Basically our target is to solve 1000 MCQs in organic chemistry, and those are from basic to advanced. And in this session we will do 25 basic MCQs in organic chemistry. So let's start. Question number 1. Which of the following is not a characteristics of organic compounds? Okay, here the answer would be D, as we know that in organic compounds or organic compounds atoms are bonded with covalent bond, but here this is ionic. That's why this is not the characteristics of organic compounds. Let's move on. Question number 2. Here the element least likely to be found in an organic compound is D, that is silicon is the right answer. Question number 3. One of the major sources of organic compounds is, this is a memory based question and its answer is option A is the right answer. Question number 4. Catenation is a property of the carbon atom which describes its ability to bond with other carbon atoms, form double bond and triple bonds, exist in plant and animal form bonds in its ground state. This is absolutely wrong, and right answer would be option A, bond with other carbon atoms. Question number 5. In a stable organic compounds, carbon will always form 2 bonds, 4 bonds, 3 bonds, 5 bonds. Carbon 4. That's why it has 4 outermost electron. That's why its ability to bond, to form bond, is 4. That's why option B is the right answer. That means carbon atom will form maximum 4 bonds. Okay, let's move on. Question number 6. Carbon carbon double bond consists of, look at this here, this is carbon carbon double bond, carbon carbon single bond, carbon carbon triplet bond. Here 1 sigma 1 pi, here 1 sigma, here 1 sigma 1 sigma 2 pi. At least there must be 1 sigma, and the rest of this are 2 pi, and if this is 1 2 3 4 4 bonded, then one is sigma and another 2 is pi and another one is delta. Let's move on. Question number 7. Acetylene has a total number of acetylene, that is acetylene, this is sigma bond, this is sigma bond, and here this is 3 bond, that means 1 sigma 2 pi, that means 1 2 2 sigma, that means 3 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds. 3 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds is the right answer. Question number 8. In propene, let's draw the structure propene. Neat, Iit, propene. Propene, that means double bonded. That means double bonded. Now here CH3, here CH2, and here H. Now C, single bond, double bonded C, H, 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 H. Now this is one sigma bond, this is another one, this is another. 1, 2, 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. And this one is the pi bond. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. Option A is the right answer. Question number 9. In propine, there are propine, that means meet, eat, prop. Propine, that means triple bond. Okay. Now here this is sigma bond, this is sigma, this is sigma, this is sigma. That means 3, 1, 4, this is 1, 5, this is 1, 6. That means 6 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds. 2. 6 sigma bonds and 2 pi bonds. Option A is the right answer. Question number 10. In 1-butene 3-ine has, let's talk about the structure of 1-butene 3-ine. It is meet, eat, prop, but. 1-butene, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-ine, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now here hydrogen, hydrogen, here hydrogen, here hydrogen. Sigma bond, sigma bond, sigma bond. 3 sigma bond, 4 sigma bond, 5 sigma bond, 6 sigma bond, 7 sigma bond. That means 7 sigma bond. And here one is pi bond, here 2 is, here there is 2 pi bond. 2 pi bond plus 1 pi bond. 3 pi bond and 7 sigma bond. 7 sigma bonds and 3 pi bonds. Option B is the right answer. Question number 11. Compound in which carbons use only sp3 hybrid orbitals for bond formation is. Now let's discuss the options. Here this is sp2 hybridized carbon. That means this option is wrong. Here again this is this and this sp2 hybridized. This and this sp hybridized. And here this carbon, all of these carbons are sp3 hybridized. Hybrid. Okay, that's why option A is the right answer. Question number 12. Compound in which carbon uses sp3 hybrid orbitals for bond formation is. Here this is a double bond, that means sp2, same as option A, same as option B, but here this is CH3, C, CH3, CH3, and C and O, and no double bond, no sp2. That's why this D would be the right option. Question number 13. When the carbon atom is sp2 hybridized in a compound, it is bonded to sp2 hybridized. That means C double bonded C. Okay. H. H. Okay. Therefore, this carbon atom is connected with one atom 1, 2 and 3. That means if the carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, then it is bonded with at least 3 atoms. That means 3 other atoms is the right answer. Question number 14. Compounds in which carbons use only sp2 hybrid orbital for bond formation. P2, here this is sp2, here sp2 and again here sp2. But here all are sp3, here only 2 center is sp3, sorry sp2, and rest of are sp3, all are sp2, and here this is sp3, this is sp2, this is sp, and this is sp2. That's why option C is the right answer. Question number 15. Which of the following is a planar molecule? Let's draw all of this. Formaldehyde, that is H, C double bonded O, H. Acetone, CH3, C double bonded O, CH3. Formic acid, H, C double O, OH. And acetic acid, CH3, C double OH. Okay, here this is sp2 hybridized, this is sp2 hybridized, this is sp3 hybridized, this is sp3 hybridized, this is sp3 hybridized. That means this is not the planar, and here this is not the planar, again here this is not the planar. Option A, that is formaldehyde, is the right answer. Question number 16. What is the bond angle between the hybrid orbital in methane? Methane, that means CH4. CH4. That means C, one hydrogen, another hydrogen, another hydrogen, another hydrogen. Here, the bond angle, that means bond angle HCH. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That means H1, H1, C, H2 is equal to 109.5 degree. Okay, so option C is the right answer. Let's move on. Question number 17. The HCC bond angle in ethane is, let's move on. Question number 17. The HCC bond angle in ethane is, here option B is the right answer, that is 109.5 degree. Okay, let's move on. Question number 18. The HCH bond angle in ethylene, ethylene, that means CH2 double bond CH2, sp2 hybridized carbon atom. And if this carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, then the bond angle between HCH, that is C double bonded C H H H H H C H is 120 degree. This bond angle is 120 degree. 120 degree. Now, what is the bond length of a carbon atom? Carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. Here, the bond length of a carbon-carbon double bond is 1.34 angstrom. Option B is the right answer. Question number 20. The carbon-carbon bond length in rank of increasing bond length is here bond length. If carbon-carbon single bond, then bond length will be maximum, then carbon-carbon double bond, then carbon-carbon triple bond, then carbon-carbon. Okay, now here this single, double, triple. Okay, that's why single is greater than double is greater than triple. Therefore, single, double, triple. B is the right answer. Question number 21. Which of the following is the correct order of bond length? Okay, here this okay here this has the shortest bond length. That means this option is wrong. Here it is the it is the highest. That means here carbon carbon single bond. That means here the bond length is maximum, and here carbon carbon triple bond. That means here the bond length is minimum, but here carbon carbon double bond. That means here the double bond is lesser, double bond is much bond length, double bond length is much higher than this, but here this is shown that carbon carbon triple bond length is higher than that of carbon carbon double bond. That's why it is also the wrong answer. And here this is also wrong. And here this carbon carbon double bond is bond length is greater than carbon carbon single bond length is greater than carbon carbon double bond length, and carbon carbon single bond length is greater than carbon carbon triple bond length. Okay, that's why option D is the right answer. Question number 22. Which of the following hydrocarbons has the shortest carbon carbon double bond? Carbon carbon bond length. That means greater number of bonds in between carbon atom is directly proportional to is inversely proportional to length. That means when carbon carbon single bond, then bond length will be maximum. When carbon carbon triple bond length will be minimum. Therefore here this is the triple bond. That's why this is the right answer. That means here this carbon carbon bond length is the shortest. Okay, let's move on. 23. The carbon carbon bond length is maximum in here this is double bond. That means little bit slower, little bit smaller. That here no double bond. That means it would be the answer. Okay, because we know that carbon carbon bond length is proportional to inversely proportional to carbon carbon bond. That means if carbon carbon double bond, then if carbon carbon single bond, if carbon carbon triple bond, therefore here number of bond high, that means bond length short. Okay, here bond number of carbon carbon bond is low, that means here carbon carbon bond length is high. Okay, that's why B is the right answer. Question number 24. What is the hybridization of the carbon atoms numbered 1 and 2 respectively? Here this is 1 and this is 2. This is sp2 and this is sp3, sp hybridized. Okay, now the answer would be sp2 1, sp2 and sp. That means sp2 and spd. How many atoms are attached to an atom having a sp hybridization? This is carbon, this is hybridized and this is sp hybridized. And now here one atom and another one atom is attached with this sp hybridized atom. That's why here the answer C, that is option C, two atoms are attached to an atom having a sp hybridization. Okay,